Welcome DP Sogong aboard. Your learning journey starts now. Ever feel like you're drowning in a sea of documents, AI outputs, and half-baked ideas, yet somehow still can't quite grasp the core of your project? It's not just about having more data, it's about connecting the dots, making sense of it all, and keeping track of why things are the way they are. That's where this comes in. So what exactly is this DIK HumanInnovation Studio OS? Think of it as your personal innovation command center, built for the real world. It's designed offline first, so you're not constantly tethered to Wi-Fi, and it's ready to be hosted on GitHub if you want to dive into the code. Its superpower? It takes all those messy bits, your raw data, initial thoughts, AI suggestions, review notes, and weaves them into a coherent traceable mesh using the DIKWP framework. Data becomes information, information becomes knowledge, knowledge leads to wisdom, and ultimately drives intent. It's about creating a single source of truth where everything connects, making AI a helpful assistant rather than a black box oracle. The goal isn't to replace human judgment, but to make the process of building evidence, forming assumptions, planning, and being accountable crystal clear. Alright, let's talk about the juicy bits, the three core strengths that make this thing special. First, it tackles the chaos of scattered materials head on. No more digging through endless folders or trying to remember who said what in a chat. Everything gets linked up in a reviewable evidence mesh. You see exactly what was recorded, what was inferred, what's still uncertain, and crucially, what intent is driving the next move. Second, it makes AI-assisted work auditable. Those clever prompts and generated drafts, they're kept as assistive traces, not final answers. You can compare versions, see why a suggestion was accepted or rejected, and keep the human decision-making visible. Third, it's a fantastic collaboration hub. Whether you're a team, a school, an enterprise, or an individual trainer, everyone can work around the same evidence base, add comments, assign tasks, and link later reviews back to earlier materials. It transforms a one-off tool into a reusable workspace for governance and learning. Okay, how does this magic actually happen day to day? Let's walk through a typical workflow. You start by gathering all your key ingredients, source documents, user goals, scenario constraints, task records, and any specific review requirements. Then the system uses that DWPE mesh to organize these inputs, generating an initial evidence file and highlighting key questions for human review. From there, you can generate plans, discussion drafts, comparison views, or even training tasks based on the scenario. Now comes the crucial part. Reviewers step in. They examine the evidence, add their comments, correct any assumptions, and importantly, record the reasoning behind each decision or revision. And here's the kicker. In continuous use, every input, update, feedback item, and review result becomes part of an expandable living record. It's not static. It grows and evolves with your project. So why should you care? Because this approach makes human innovation capability building with structured evidence significantly more traceable, more discussable, and ultimately easier to improve over time. It provides a practical way to bring clarity and accountability to the creative process, whether you're working alone, in a team, or managing innovation training. It's about turning potential noise into meaningful signals.